back to another episode of Interview with the Vampire. This is season 2, episode 6. Let's jump right into this. Full reactions are available. The links are down below. Please click the Patreon link or the YouTube channel membership and join the channels today. Now, without further ado, let's jump into Interview with the Vampire and find out exactly what this show has got to give. Episode 13, like the light by which God made the world before he made light.
How did I get the tapes? There was no postage on the package with the tapes. So did you guys get to my mailman?
Huh?
Rashid?
Rashid!
I'm going to the bathroom.
I'm gonna make a run for it. Rashid. They sent a chaperone.
Rashid? He loves the hand soap they use here. I wouldn't worry too much about Rashid.
2 Barcelos would fit.
If we replace the couch.
I assumed we would.
Antio Javelina, then.
How about the Ai Weiwei wallpaper with the Hockney lemons? What do you think we should do with the wall?
How big is the Talamasca? Pictures of me in 1973.
Pictures of them. You were a fly on the windshield. We're particularly poor at keeping our assets alive.
I'm not an asset. I'm gonna get out alive.
You want a book.
What about a selection of Fred Stein's? Tastefully framed. Better not to have so tangible a reminder of Paris up on our walls.
Oh.
Leave it bare then. Wait for revelation to enter the room.
Handsomely for your manuscript and bury it. You won't even see a galley proof. Better it happens with Daniel Malloy in paperback than the bumbling governments of the world. My superiors have a list, a few hundred questions they'd like you to weave into your interview. I think if I could swap bodies with you, I'd be running the order by now.
How's the soap, Agent Rashid?
We should be returning now.
Stay alive, Rashid.
Then perhaps he should have thrown the tapes away when he found them.
I'm leaving you. I wish to tell you that now.
Tell me what a monster I am, what a vulgar fiend.
I make no judgment of you.
What do you think a vampire is?
I don't pretend to know.
I remember you racing back from rehearsals to tell me how ambitious the conceit was. You're recalling the events with bias because of the machinations surrounding it.
Velvet glove instead of an iron gauntlet was the advice.
Indulge the buffoon, were my words.
What does it mean to die when you can live until the end of the world?
Whoop.
Eternally young and eternally ancient, living moment to moment. The clock ticking in a void. Line?
It's a painted face.
It's quite lovely, Sam. Even more what you're doing with it, Santiago.
Thank you, maître.
Oh. They
What
have
does
her
it mean
book.
to die when you can live until the end of the world?
They had no roles for women, and petulant members of the coven were free to roam the night.
The theatre is updating its repertoire.
Isn't that exciting?
It's why we sit across from you this evening, Pierre Roger.
A man whose wealth has made our sacred art possible for the last 150 years. Maître wishes to invite him to attend the premiere.
When was the last time they were in communication?
Communications are irrégulières.
Has there been a lapse in communication? In it, you last spoke with Lestat de Liancourt.
Early February 1940.
Merci, Monsieur Roger.
Dribbling in the margins, oblivious to the conspiracy uniting around him.
As vast as the universe.
You were an ancient vampire. You could read any mind you want.
I was in love.
You can get lazy.
It was love.
Okay.
Did you and Mr. Malloy talk to anyone during dinner? Were you with Mr. Malloy the entire dinner?
He used the restroom for approximately 5 minutes.
Why do you ask? Love?
Found one not made of paper and glue. Fuck these vampires.
You have everything we have. Unless you're sitting on something.
Madeleine. Claudia's immortal beloved.
Note to self, everything related to Claudia from this point forward is without written corroboration. A little more vermouth next time, Rashid?
I can make another.
No, it's good. It's just his were better.
Oh my God, Claudia's gonna die.
Bonsoir, Madame Epavier. Allez-y, faites vos dessins très ingénieux.
La pute! Madeleine et Pavier, on a attaqué, t'as vu? Ouais, crie tout si tu veux, hein? Tes voisins s'en fichent.
Oh, Lord. She's drinking them.
Je suis juste... T'es enfermé.
You gonna run? A lot of noise just happened. Middle of Paris. I gotta clean up. If I don't clean up, you could be in some trouble. I'm gonna clean up. Vampire. Where's the light switch?
Wow.
Hey, you seen Armand?
In his office.
Thank you. For brushes, hands, stains, rubbing, scratching, portals to the sky beyond.
Like he got sick on the canvas?
Watch 30 times if he keeps drinking and dies.
And what then?
Reinvest.
The first vampire capitalist, the first vampire pilot.
Why not?
I'm going through Sam's new pages.
Clothes off, face down in the coffin. Can read them to me while I fuck you.
What's blood taste like?
You've bit your lip before.
No, what's it like to drink blood?
It's not the answers to life's mystery, it's food. I need it.
And me? Right now?
I can't lie. I watch it slide along your veins.
Take a sip.
This a dressmaker? You supposed to run out of time?
Madeleine, this is Louis. Louis.
She's reading one of your diaries in my coffin.
She's funny, she's blunt, and it's a long story, but I killed in front of her.
Of course you did.
And she sat in the corner and watched while I bundled up bodies. Didn't cry. You were Lestat's, now you're Armand's.
Or Armand is mine.
I've been a third all my life. I get to pick one thing for myself. And it's her.
You want a companion?
She does. Yes?
Last time I tried those young boys. Back in. They all died.
I never made one before. I'm not sure if I can.
No, not Lestat's blood. I wouldn't want that for anyone.
Good enough for us.
Not good enough for her.
A bitch at the moon mock you in their coffins, but she never fit in. They won't miss her.
Paris is yours, Maitre. I ask for this. Respectfully.
You're a manipulator, Claudia de Lis encore.
No.
Close your minds. Both of you. I'll know it if you haven't. Tu aimerais être l'une des nôtres?
Non, je vais être avec elle. Mais toi, tu peux aller te faire foutre. Monsieur, ça fait longtemps que je suis toute seule.
Tu seras un monstre.
She already is, kind of.
Si tu fais de moi un monstre, tu feras que me transformer en ce que je suis déjà.
Without the burden of me.
I said it to get him through the door.
Did you mean it?
Doesn't matter. I got the result.
Is that what you found when you went looking for yourself? Shortcut to the inner things?
Tu vas manger des humains comme tu manges ta pomme?
J'aime ma nourriture. Quand je serai un vampire, est-ce que j'aimerais ma nourriture?
Comment continueras-tu?
Jeune homme, there's been a war.
Claudia, he thinks there's something left of my era.
You're stronger. I can feel it.
I am.
But you gotta give up something to get something.
He's gonna say yes.
Comment vas-tu survivre à l'éternité?
L'homme qui vivait en face, la Gestapo est venue le chercher. Et la femme qui habitait plus bas, elle est morte de faim dans sa chambre. Dieu, quand il était sur le point d'abandonner. Et moi, j'ai survécu. J'ai trouvé l'amour dont j'avais besoin. Même quand c'était un amour dangereux. And I have again.
Et que feras-tu quand elle se jettera dans le feu? Parce qu'elle le fera.
Que je suis ce dont elle a besoin pour survivre.
He said no.
I said I would not do it.
He had never made one.
500-year-old vampire. You led the Parisian coven for 2 centuries.
The idea repulses me. I went in there
You
open-minded.
walked into Madeleine's
outrageous
atelier with your mind made up.
She probably lost her shit.
Fuck these vampires.
Never went to school long enough as a mortal.
You do not know your vampire nature.
I've got an impulse.
It doesn't work, turn around. Where shall we put the audience? Behind the fucking projection screen?
Ooh, what's up your ass tonight?
Claudia, can you respectfully find another object to buff?
Always a yes, Maitre.
Play is a map for production.
No, a play is the script. The fuck is Guido arriving on the stage, please?
He doesn't. There can be no hope.
You want to write poetry, write poems. This is a stage. Not prose poems or fucking maps.
Oops.
And plays require events, Sam. And there are no events in your shitty little play.
I love your work, Sam. Apologies.
Well played, Maitre.
He read none
The
of their
Berlin
minds.
blockade ended in May. In the back pages, strange crimes reported. Drunkards hanging off the side of the Eiffel Tower, all facing south by southwest. By the time police arrived by elevator.
Crimes all left unsolved. Those we make ourselves will always despise us for it.
Celeste and Estelle.
And he made you and Claudia. You're going to do it.
Yes,
When?
tonight.
We could fail. The woman could turn into one of those drooling revenants you saw back in. You shouldn't do it. You shouldn't. Tell me in my mind, I cannot keep it closed any longer.
I want you to come. I want you to witness. It can be beautiful. We can bring one in a good way.
Are you asking or making me?
It's okay. Make sure we're not bothered. Yeah?
J'arrive pas à croire que mon dernier verre de vin soit un chardonnay. I don't like carpe, I don't like chardonnay.
If you get scared, you just look at that light.
Don't worry about the blood. It's the blood that made you.
The lamb smiling up at the wolf.
She watched the lamp while I fed on her, guided her softly down the path, down the dark path.
They both sucking her dry.
Claudia drank with reverent, disjointed fragments. Madeleine's life filled my head. The joys of a sunny afternoon.
Oh my gosh.
Age and humiliation of a trial by mob. But amongst the pastiche of war, I saw Claudia. Impossible afternoon light she could never survive in. Would be a better companion to Claudia than I ever had.
Why is there so much blood all over the place?
Did she take?
Yes. They're both on their way.
What happened here?
I opened my wrist back up. I was losing Claudia. I did not care. Claudia took my hand. We said something about being even. I did not care. You were right.
You'll find your way back to each other.
What's in the suitcase?
Books. Cutting from a magnolia tree I've been growing. I could have fought. They might have killed me.
You broke with the coven?
They gave me a choice. I chose.
That's what you said to me, right? Standing in my blood. Maybe there's something I missed, or maybe there's something you put in
Stop
there
it!
later.
This is too important a moment in our story for these games.
Oh, is there a game being played?
You've remembered what you did to yourself in San Francisco. You asked me to do it.
Never asked you to do
The
that.
pages I tore out of Claudia's diaries, we did most of those together.
Not all of them.
Why did I owe you? My one act of cowardice. I spent the rest of my life trying to make up for it. I'll never make up for it. Drugs did far more damage to your mind than 5 nights in San Francisco.
It was 6.
My point. Want an apology? I'm sorry. He thought it was the right thing to do too.
I asked you to erase it?
After you came out of a shower in our home in Sausalito. Continuing on the record, Mr. Malloy, I was a coward.
We've been burying our males outside St. Denis. Flowers starting to pop up out of the ground.
I saw a dead girl in your mind while you were dying.
Oui, Aimée. My sister. Tell her about Aimée because I didn't want her thinking she was... What was your word?
The replacement.
Are you thinking of coming back to Paris?
Trash piles and men who smell like cheese. No mess.
You have the straight line to the next X on the map?
This is the ex-Louis.
I wake up at night and the fans aren't trading insults. One is forcing me to listen to their gossips or solve their petty crises.
I cannot read your mind.
I made you. That's just the way it is.
Yes, but I feel you, Louis. I told Claudia I can feel you love her. And we should see him once more. I can feel you too. Through him.
Okay, well, let's get the hell out of my soul. He goes. Will he get through the door with that big head?
Why don't you want him to know how much you love him?
Gave him a choice. He chose.
Here at the Théâtre des Vampires have shown you. But today, we're shunting human affairs aside. We're turning our lurid spotlight on ourselves. Perform for your salacious gratification. Are you ready, you filthy animals? The jury may be seated.
Read the crimes for which this iniquitous trio stand accused.
10 minutes to your entrance, Monsieur Liancourt.
The start?
10 minutes.
Vampire Lestat de Liancourt.
What? Well, okay, y'all. Okay, this episode was definitely a build-up. It was a build-up. I think the next episode is the last episode of this season, right? I believe so. How many episodes? It seems like it. Episodes of interview. I think I already looked this up. Oh, it says it's gonna be 8. So we have 2 more episodes to go, and then we will be done. I wonder what the last episode will be. Maybe this episode that we're gonna see next week is gonna be the dreadful end and demise of Claudia. I'm kind of confused at this moment because Lestat is coming back, and this is after they believe Lestat is dead, right? So he's coming back, and he's probably gonna kill Claudia and that girl that Louis made, and maybe the last episode will be a battle between Armand and Lestat. I mean, Louis. I don't know, child. I'm very happy Lestat is finally back, though. Please comment down below what you feel. I'm gonna be really honest. This was definitely was the build-up. It's the build-up to the grand finale. Honestly, the star actor in this episode is the main guy who was plotting against Armand, who took over the coven. He's definitely, and I'm just kind of confused because Armand is like super strong. And we've seen him stop the whole crowd, but when they were at that restaurant, he stopped them all just like that and froze them. So I don't know why he's even succumbing to what their wishes are. Like, he could like kill them. Can he like wipe them out? Am I being naive? Am I being dumb? I'm just kind of confused. And I really don't want to see Claudia die. So I know the next episode with Claudia's demise, it seems, I'm going to dread it. I'm going to hate it. I'm not going to like it at all. This episode though was very good story-wise and acting-wise. But it wasn't my favorite, and I think it's because it was definitely the build-up. Like, it felt to me like a mid-season type of episode. It didn't feel to me almost the ending of this season. But as I said, regardless on where you place this episode, it is going to definitely, I feel like the next 2 episodes are going to give you what you wanted, dreamed for, etc. Let me see what people thought, because I thought, for me, it wasn't my favorite episode. And I want to know what others think. You guys feel free to comment down below as I type ferociously in here, because I want to know if people thought this was a very good episode. Only one way to find out, y'all, and that is for me to search and find. To me, as I said, if I was gonna rate it 1 to 10, I would give it an 8. Wow, people really love this episode. Well, it's not that many people voted. It's an 8.9 right now. Only 132 people voted, so I don't count it as anything. But feel free to comment down below what you guys thought about this episode. As I said, I think I said that word episode 1,001 times in this reaction. It's kind of annoying. But I'm very excited. By the way, I find it so fascinating because I felt like there was a lot of people that had favorites, and it's possible that they do. But the vast majority of the last time I asked that question or I mentioned it, it seemed like everybody was like, yeah, every single vampire is dreadful, but we love them. Like, we hate to love them. They're not good people, vampires, things. But yeah. Still, I find it very curious. My opinions, I actually like them all. I love vampires. But my opinions, and I understand that they all personally have gone through their own trials and tribulations, their own struggles, and that's what they continuously do as life plays out. And the longer you live, the less human you are, right? As you go on and on and on. So I understand that, but I still find it very fascinating that how people view the vampires, how people view the characters, and how people view the show. Regardless, did you guys hear there's supposed to be a spinoff? And by the way, I saw a article that said that it was greenlit for a season 3. But then I saw some other places that it didn't say anything. So let me see. Has signed a new overall with AMC. So Roland, showrunner of Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire, has signed a new overall with AMC's season 3. Let me see. So they did set up for a season 3, but we still don't know if there's a season 3. But whatever the person who wrote this, I believe, this show, he's a showrunner. He has signed up. I think there's supposed to be a spinoff. Also the Talamasky, or whatever they're called, Talamaska, who's in Mayfair Witches as well as this show, they're doing a spinoff of them. And I don't know if I'll be interested in it. No shade. I know, like, we might learn about how it was created and them hunting both hunting vampires and witches. And yes, I know there's werewolves in this world. We're not there yet. But I'm not really sure if I want to really watch, unless the trailer of it is like superb. I'll be like, oh, I don't know. Regardless, I think I would give this episode an 8. It seems like other people really, 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 really like this episode, but I think it was just like, it's okay. It was a build up, and I'm very excited to see what else is going to happen on. So once again, please feel free to comment down below. I will see you all next time with more